Hello, Knights fans, and welcome to Walsh Field to bring you the Knights' third game of the season versus Landmark Christian. Landmark, an entrenched 1A, Class 1A power, really having a good year so far. Runner-up in state last year, and now currently ranked 6th in Class A. 2-0 record, beat Lithia Springs 45-20 last week. One of the first really true tests for this young Knights team. What do you think about this, Connor?
This is going to be a great challenge for the Knights, particularly the defense. Landmark has one of the best rushing offenses in 1A. Had over 500 yards of total offense last week against Lithia Springs.
I do agree with you. They don't pass very much, and they're not an option team like we saw last week against OLM. They will run it right down your throat. Got a big offensive line. You know, one of the only teams physically that can really match up with pace in the terms of physicality of that offensive line. So I think it'll really be a tale of two ground games today, because I think pace will also be trying to ground it, keep it on the ground. You know, they're not going to be throwing too much.
Senior number 22, Anthony A-Train.
Captains for your Pace Academy Knights. Number 22, Anthony Trin. Number 75, Philip Elliott. The injured number 18, Spencer Hemingway, and number 4, junior Dion Jackson, who had a huge game with 2 touchdowns last week against Our Lady of Mercy.
Yes, and I believe somebody called him as being one of the players of the game, as you did last week, Joe. The Knights' offense haven't been primarily a run game the past 2 weeks. Turns out, we're going to see how they do today. It is a bit of a wet game today. We had a bit of rain earlier, and got to watch out on how those footballs are holding up.
Yeah, it was, coming down when we got here around 5, but, sun is out now, a couple clouds in the sky, should make for a very nice evening. Not too humid, and it's feeling good, although you might have to watch out. We might see a couple slips tonight. So, Connor, who are your key players to watch tonight for the Knights? One on offense, one on defense.
So, on defense, I'm going to look at Devalo Beatty Jr. He's coming off injury. He's first game back. We're going to see how he does. Defense held up fine without him, but we're going to see what kind of impact he leads on today.
And my impact player on defense will be defensive tackle Andrew Thomas. Thomas, obviously a big force in the middle, and he'll have to be key, taking up several blockers to stop that Landmark run game. On offense, I am going with running back Jordan Payne. Big game last week against Our Lady of Mercy. Got an interception return for his touchdown and his first rushing touchdown of the year. And if the Knights' game plan is to keep it on the ground, he is going to be the main key in that strategy.
And my key player on offense is going to be the man handing off the ball to him, Gunnar Falk. Is going to be key. He hasn't had to do much as far as passing the ball. If the Knights' run offense isn't working too well, we're going to see how he deals with that.
And the Knights getting to run out here at Walsh Field. Here comes Landmark, decked out in all white, but for their golden caps, coming out in a steam of smoke and fog. We haven't seen an entrance like that before, especially for an away team.
Your Pace Academy Knights.
And here come the Knights, led out by John Luke Brown, the senior. And, one big point of emphasis for Coach Slade this past week, on his door was a big sign that said, current seniors versus Landmark Christian High School, 0-3, with the name of every senior on this team. Landmark has had success. Very close games, nothing more than a 10-point spread, but they have won 3 in a row. It would be a big victory, not only for this season, but for this group of seniors to go out with in their last game against Landmark with a win.
You're exactly right there. This could also be a bit of a proving game for the Knights, because although people are considering them to be possible state contenders this year, they haven't really played anybody of a top quality yet. Because we've seen Lovett, 24-0. Unfortunately, they have a great loss in talent, and OLM just wasn't able to match the Knights last week. So we're going to see how Landmark does this week.
One minute now till kickoff. And it looks like the Knights will be kicking away. It's a habit of Coach Slade to always choose to kick if given the choice. The theme tonight for the Pace Academy student section is neon. So every color you can imagine in the bleachers here on this side for the Knights students. Sloman will kick it off to start the game.
Sam Sloman to kick it away for the Knights.
And the kick is away. It's a good one. And it'll fly into the end zone for a opening touchback.
With Sam, it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Knights decked out in the navy hats and shirts with the white bottoms tonight.
Now we get to see how this Knights defense performs against one of the top Russian offenses.
And the one to watch is Tidwell, the junior, 5'11", 210. So he's certainly a big player on this Landmark offense.
At the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Tidwell lined up in the backfield.
Stockton McGuire under center for the
Stockton McGuire under center is a senior, 4-year starter for Landmark, so Pace has seen him every year. Give is up the middle to Tidwell, and he rumbles out to the 24, gain of 4 on the play. McGuire, a lanky track star, very fast. The one thing you don't want to let him do is get the edge, and he can throw it. He doesn't often, but make sure to respect his arm as well.
That's one of the things about facing a Russian offense like this is the fact that they rush so much. Once they hit you with the play action, it can really burn a defense. And we saw it a couple of times last week with OLM where the Knights got burned and just got a couple lucky breaks.
Stats on the secondary to respect the pass as well. Give us to Tidwell again, and he has a wide open hole. Picks up the first down.
Lofton Tidwell carries it out across the 30 to the 31.
Takes it out to the 32, 8 yards on the carry.
Brought down there by Jordan Payne.
That's the definition of a downhill runner right there.
He just lowers that shoulder as Tidwell comes out of the game now.
Find the hole, put your pads down, and just keep going.
32. Be first and 10 there for the Eagles.
McGuire takes the snap, give is up the middle, and dragged down after a gain of 1 is the new running back, number 24, Ferguson, also a junior. Listed as only 5'5" on the depth chart. Certainly the smallest player on this Landmark team.
On that defensive line there with Andrew Thomas and Anthony Chin, we need to see more of what we just saw. Shedding blocks, creating penetration up the middle, disrupting the run plays of the War Eagles.
And Landmark has a big offensive line. They've always had that big offensive line, though. And Pace has always been slightly undersized. So now that they can match up in terms of beef, look for a very physical game. As McGuire throws, has a completion into Knights territory. Complete to number 8, Blunt, the junior.
That's that play action we were talking about.
Out of bounds inside Knight territory at the 49-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the Pace Academy 49-yard line.
First down.
Give is up the middle again and ripped down by Andrew Thomas. Good tackle from behind by the defensive lineman and some little roughness after the play. Mick Asap dragged down. Gain of 4 on the play out to the 45-yard line.
On the carry for the Eagles gets about 4 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So 2nd down and 6 for Landmark. And the one thing you don't want to do against a team like this, Connor, is get behind early because then they can just milk the clock and run off some long drives on the ground. Already 2.5 minutes taken up.
2nd and 6.
McGuire back to pass. He's got a quick out, and it is a reception to Blunt
McGuire to
again.
Ferguson again on the
Or
pass,
Ferguson, my bad.
To about the 40-yard line, pick up a 5 on that play.
There's quite a few people who can make that pass.
Yeah, he was wide open in the flat.
Actually, they're going to mark him at the 42.
Only a gain of 3, though.
It'll be 3rd and 3.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3. Knights threatening with the blitz. And McGuire just rushes forward. I think he has it, too. Quarterback keeper for 5 yards. They like to do that. They like to just bulldoze that offensive line and have the quarterback just fall into it.
Such a big offensive line. You could just put your head down, run behind them.
So that brings up another 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Pace Academy Knights.
Not many offensive lines can do a QB sneak and get 5 yards out of it.
I don't know how many offensive lines are bold enough to try.
1st and 10 landmark from the Knight 37-yard line. McGuire again under center for the Eagles.
So McGuire, give is up the middle, evading a couple of blocks. Is the ball carrier, but he is slung down. Ferguson with the carry again.
Back to about the 34-yard line before he's brought down there by Jean-Luc Brown.
Jean-Luc Brown on the tackle for the Knights. Second down and 6 after the gain of 4.
2nd and 5 coming up for the Eagles.
Tailback is now number 7, Cobb, a senior. And timeout Landmark. So Landmark takes their first charge timeout with 7 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Landmark driving your score. Pace nothing, Landmark nothing.
And we're back. 8 minutes left on the clock. As the refs blow their whistles once again. Trying to point out something.
Seems to be a little bit of confusion, but we're all good now. So McGuire goes back under center. I'd be shocked if we saw him take a snap and shotgun tonight, honestly. Hard count,
Fumble.
and he fumbles.
Fumble on the play.
Ooh,
He tried the hard count, and it looked like he wasn't ready for it. Knights think they have it. And no sign yet from the refs.
In there with the recovery of the fumble. Gives the ball back to the Knights. 1st and 10.
It looks like it will be a fumble. So a fumble recovery by the Knights. Stockton McGuire tried the hard count, and it looks like the center might not have been ready. Snapped the ball, bounced off McGuire's hands, and the Knights fell on it.
McGuire said on 3. The center went on 2.
Gunnar Falk under center now, the sophomore
1st
quarterback.
and 10.
Give us to Jordan Payne up the middle. And not much doing for the junior. 2 yards on the carry.
Stopped over there by number 58.
Seven minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Pickup of about 2 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
2nd and 8 now. Tony Addison spread out to the right. It looks like Deion Jackson out on the left. Give us to Payne again. And Payne falls forward, only a gain of about 2 more.
This time he cuts up the middle and is brought down as he crosses the 35. Down to the 37.
John-Luke Brown as wide receiver on the other side, actually. It's something we haven't really seen too much of. Now the Knights are going 4 wide. Mark Somerville, Deion Jackson, and Addison on the right. Trey Blunt on the left. Falk back to pass from the gun. Slings it over the middle and incomplete. Was intended for Somerville, and a flag is down. Looks like it might have been a little bit early hit by the landmark defender.
Flag on the play.
Good call right there by the ref. That
Hawks pass
Somerville never had a shot to even go up for it.
As I said, there is dirty laundry on the field.
Mr. Brown providing his usual colorful commentary over the PA system.
And not in a bad way, not that kind of colorful.
Not that kind of colorful, you're right.
Preliminary signal is a hold against the Knights.
It looks like it will be a hold against the Knights.
Wow.
So no pass interference.
I don't know how. Somerville was the one who got pulled down. I'm not exactly sure how that call works.
And it looks like Landmark might decline it just because it would bring up 4th down. The penalty is declined. So that will bring up 4th down.
Holding call was declined by the Eagles. It'll bring up a 4th and 6 for the
And the
Knights.
punt team comes on.
Oh, for a second there, I thought we were seeing signals for Gunnar Falk to go for it.
I think there's just a little bit of confusion about what the actual call was. So there's 2 balls on the field.
And a sideline warning against the Knights.
And the Knights sideline just got warned. Some coaches might have been a little bit upset about that last play call.
Sloman on the punt it away for the Knights.
So Sloman back to punt.
Ferguson back to receive.
The
for
kick
Eagles.
is away, almost blocked. It's a high one. And a fortuitous bounce for the Knights as that one will roll down to the 22.
Sloman punt
Nice punt by Sloman. Had to get it high to avoid the
down to the
oncoming
22-yard line where the Eagles will
blocker
take over 1st and 10.
for Landmark, but nice job, and it doesn't matter how far it goes if the bounce goes right.
So 1st and 10 for the second series for the Eagles after the fumble on their first drive. They were moving it pretty well before the turnover, though. So 1st and 10 from their own 22. Guire under center. We haven't seen that much of number 4, Tidwell, so far. Only the first 2 carries, which he had success as the running back runs into his line. Now he's going to the outside, but he is brought down for a loss.
Big defensive
Kyle
play
Orr,
by
the
Knights.
senior, chased him down in the backfield.
Number 7.
That play was created by Anthony Trin right there, just shoving the center, pushing him back into his own man, forcing the running back to make that an outside run when it really wasn't. And Kyle Orr, Philip Markwalter made sure that one wasn't going to go very far.
So that'll bring up 2nd and very long. Looks like about 19. Maybe, yeah, 18 or 19 for the Eagles. Give is up the middle again as he bounces to the outside. He gets the corner and he is going. He might take this one to the house. Touchdown, Landmark Christian. Run of 86 yards by number 24, Ferguson, the junior.
86-yard
Wow.
run by Ferguson.
And that is the first touchdown allowed by the Knights this year after a grand total of 102 minutes and 35 seconds of play. The Knights finally allow a score on a shocking 86-yard touchdown run from the Eagles.
I mean, that's just one. You have him bottled up. You know where the run's supposed to go. And Knights have it covered, but he bounces off his man, and Knights weren't ready to contain there, and he just bounced to that side and was gone.
He did bounce off the lineman, and he just was gone. You're right, there was no contain on the outside, and that's what really doomed the Knights.
Personal foul call on the War Eagles as they were unsportsmanlike conduct after scoring the touchdown.
Number 26, King, on for the extra point. And the kick is good. So with 5:25 remaining in the first quarter, your score is Pace nothing, Landmark 7. We'll take a quick break. Knights ball right back after this. So Knights will receive a kickoff for the first time tonight. Back to receive are number 4, Deion Jackson, and number 1, Trey Blunt.
Interesting stat I was hearing on the bus ride back from OLM last week. Last year, Pace Academy scored 0 touchdowns off special teams last year. Through 2 games, Pace already has 2 special teams touchdowns.
Well, that's what you see when you have guys like Deion and Trey back to return.
And we're not even going to get a chance to see him.
Pooch kick that will go out of bounds and give Pace relatively good field position.
The pooch kick, a trademark play of Landmark Christian. We saw it so many times last year, infuriating us every single time.
And it looks like they might just have them re-kick this.
Looks like the Knights are going to have the penalty assessed on the kickoff and have the Eagles re-kick.
We'll keep doing this. Keep pooch kicking it out of bounds. We'll see.
Re-kick from the 20.
Well, after already having that penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct,
you gotta wonder what this huddle's about for Landmark. It's like
now Landmark will have to kick from their own 20.
Pooch kick is taking it to midfield right now.
We'll see what they do. McGuire tees it up, the quarterback.
McGuire this time to kick it off for the Eagles from their own 20-yard line. Blunt and Jackson back to receive for the Knights.
Blunt and Jackson are standing at their own 20. McGuire only lined up a short distance away. They might pooch it again, and that's exactly what they do. Oh, bobbled around. Deion Jackson gets it, and he will be dragged down after falling forward at the 48-yard line. So I guess that's a win for the Knights in terms of field position.
I mean, that's right. That seems right about where John Luke was trying to fair catch it.
Hit off a couple people. Looked like it hit off John Luke and another Knight.
I think it was Jamari Saylor.
Might have been Chamari.
A little bit of hot potato there.
Big offensive tackle. So here comes the Knights offense trying to answer that 86-yard touchdown run by the Landmark Christian School Eagles. So Pace will set up shop at its own 49-yard line.
1st and 10, Pace Knights, the ball at their own 49-yard line.
And Gunnar Falk in the shotgun. 4 wide and Jordan Payne right next to him.
In the shotgun for the Knights.
Looking for a receiver. Rolling out, and he'll just scurry out of bounds. Might have been better suited just to throw that one away. He's looking for Tony Addison, but good coverage by the Eagles made him look for a second option, but nothing was open. So 1 yard loss brings up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11.
Jordan Payne to the outside. Jordan Payne, nice run. Full head of steam as he gets out into landmark territory down to the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Good.
Pickup of 7 on that play.
Good run by Jordan Payne there. Pick this spot and just win. No hesitation, no east-west movement. Just pick my spot and go as far as I can.
So 3rd down and 4. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Trey Blunt is on the left by himself with Dion, Tony, and Mark Somerville on the right. Payne next to Gunner in the shotgun. Has to roll out now. He's looking deep, and he's looking for Trey. Oh, just overthrows him on a double move. And we'll see what they do. And they will punt it. They won't go for it from the landmark 45. Playing an early game of field position.
Nice run by, nice rollout by Gunnar Falk there. Keep the play alive, maintained eyes downfield, just overthrew his target.
Sam Solomon on it away for the Knights.
Low snap for Sloman. Punt is away.
And it'll bounce inside the 20 and is down at the 17. So with 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining, Landmark will get the ball again from the 16-yard line where they had that big run originate from. So we'll see what the Eagles do this time.
McGuire in the shotgun for the Eagles.
Give is up the middle. And nice blocking, but the ball carrier is taken down inside the 20 at the 19. Well, spotted at the 20. No, there they go. They're spotting at the 21 there for a second. I thought that was a little strange considering
Ferguson gets it out to about the 19-yard
that he didn't get past the 20. So pickup of 3 for Ferguson. Again, we are not seeing Tidwell, which is interesting considering he got the first 2 carries of the game. Gives up the middle, and he is driven back. No gain on the play. They gave it to Cobb, but he got absolutely nothing.
Nice, strong penetration on that right side for the Knights. Defensively, the right side of the field has been fairly well contained. When Landmark seems to be running to the left side where Knights aren't able to contain as well and make good tackles.
So 3rd and 6 for the Eagles. Big 3rd down here. Be great for Pace to get the ball back as the clock ticks under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Back to pass. McGuire pressured, and he finds his man on another little out route who picks up the first down. Number 88, Snyder on the reception, tight end.
Steeler Snyder, who gets it out across the 30 to the 32. Pickup of 11 on
Pickup
the play.
of 11
enough for an
on the
Eagle first
play.
down.
And that's a killer for the Knights.
Great pocket presence under duress. I mean, the ability to see a blitz come in, 3 men right in your face, and just make a little sidearm pass to the outside on your man on the out route.
And that's really where Landmark's had their success in the passing game. You know, that change of pace, not to be expected, but nice job by the Eagles so far. Looking for the screen, throws it deep, and over the head of number 6, Toomer.
Tomer falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down and 10. They faked the screen and had Toomer running a little go route. And since the screen wasn't there, McGuire threw deep, but it fell incomplete.
Good job by Deion Jackson to stay home there. He was all over that fake screen route. Nice job to stay on his man and keep his assignment.
2nd down and 10. Pitch out to the right, and Cobb can't get the edge
Handoff to number
as he's
7,
pushed
Cobb.
out of bounds at
He's
the
run out of
40,
bounds by
35.
Asaf at about the 35-yard line.
So now another long 3rd down, 3rd and 7
3rd and 7.
for the Eagles. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. McGuire takes a snap, rolling out to his right. Throws a bullet. Wow. Caught by number 6, Toomer.
Number 6, Tomer.
And that was
Brought
a
down
line
by
drive.
Somerville, but not before
That was not a very
but
big
let's
window
pick
to
up
fit
another
that pass
first
in.
down.
And we came into this game hearing Landmark is a run-only team. They're not going to pass it very much. And it's been very impressive to watch Landmark throw the ball with such efficiency.
So timeout pace. Coach Slade is not at all happy. We'll take a quick break. 1:55 remaining in the first. Your score, Landmark 7, Pace nothing. First down and 10 for Landmark.
1st and 10, Landmark from their own 44.
And they're on 44-yard line as they drop back. And over the middle, hits a lineman.
McGuire ran
Falls
into an
incomplete.
A-train as he was trying to release that pass.
Anthony
Falls
Trin
incomplete.
with the pressure on the
It'll be 2nd
quarterback.
and 10.
That's the first time McGuire's been hit, like while dropping back to pass. And as I was saying while we were off air there for a second, he's been doing just such a great job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly. The Knights are getting pressure through. It's just doesn't have enough time to get there.
So McGuire with 2nd down and 10. Play action again. They're looking for the screen, and they get it out to Cobb. Beatty chasing. Oh! Big hit. Still doesn't bring him down.
Pass is complete to Cobb.
Looked like it was both John-Luke Brown on the hit and Mick Asaf. Who got his cap on him? Did you see?
Mark Somerville with the nice
Mark
hit.
Somerville?
Let his shoulder in there. Made sure he was going to feel that one.
Yeah, they'll both feel that one when they wake up in the morning.
Sideline after a gain of about
3rd down and 6 now.
Bring up 3rd
That could have been
and
a lot more, but a nice job by Devala Beatty to force him towards the sideline, and then Somerville came up from his cornerback position to make a nice hit. Third down on this drive.
3rd down and 6. Ball at the
Landmark has
48
converted
yard
all both of them, both the previous
Wire in
ones.
the shotgun for the Eagles.
Blitz coming with the Knights. Give is up the middle, and
Handoff.
he will have the first. It was a nice little draw play.
Ferguson gets out
Mick
to
Asaf came off the edge but couldn't seem to get a hand on the runner. Flag is down in the secondary, though.
crosses the 45
Such
into
a smart cut
Knight
by the back.
territory down to the
Saw
44.
Mick Asaf get in the edge and
There is a flag
about
on
to
the
get
play.
clean. Quick sidestep middle. Nice play.
It looks like it'll be on Landmark.
Another personal foul.
Personal foul against the offense.
Must have been going something going on in the backfield there, or in the secondary. Downfield. And that'll bring up a here. Landmark's converted now all three. I guess that one doesn't count, but still technically they did convert on that third down.
The Eagles up to their own 41-yard line.
Third down and 13. But we'll see.
Knights haven't been able to stop the throw.
45 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Fire in the shotgun.
Rolls out to the right. Looking for his man, and it is incomplete. And there's a flag. Mick Asaf was having some hand play with the Landmark wideout, but I didn't think that was enough to warrant a pass interference penalty by any means.
It was incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
Oh, man, that's just... I see Mark Walters signaling that it's going the other way. But here's the call.
Pass interference on the offense. And they'll just keep pushing him back. I mean, they're
I mean, there was a reason we were so surprised that it was on that we on us.
it's pretty good defense. They were, they were physical, but at the same time,
I didn't think it warranted a flag from either side. I thought it was just a little bit of tough play, and then ball went out of bounds.
neither did I. And we'll see what they're doing now. They're bringing the punt team on. So pass interference on the offense, it is declined, and that'll bring up 4th and
Pass
13.
interference penalty against Landmark is declined. It's going to make it 4th and 13 for the Eagles. Ball at their own 41.
Trey Blunt back to return as the punt team comes on. McGuire back to punt as he is apparently playing all three roles of kicker, quarterback, and punter today.
McGuire on
He
the
can do
punt.
it all.
Trey Blunt back to receive for the Knights.
Punt is away, and it is a good one. Oh, he fumbles it, but is pounced on by Jordan Payne. A nice hit there by the covering Landmark cornerback. And it was fumbled, but Jordan Payne had the presence of mind just to fall on it. And
Back at the
not a moment to
40-yard line,
waste, really.
by
That's
Knights,
the situation where Trey's got to call for fair catch.
where they'll take over 1st and 10.
So 1st down and 10 for the Knights offense. Haven't been able to do too much so far. They'll start from their own 28.
1st and 10 Knights. The ball at their own 27-yard line.
Give us to Payne. He gets about 2.
Handoff is to Payne, who takes it out to the 30-yard line, pick up a 2, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. After 1,
So after 1 quarter of play, your score is Landmark 7, Pace Academy nothing. We'll bring the 2nd quarter to you right after this on Nightflix. second quarter action starting now. Gunnar Falk under the center. As the give is to Payne. Payne breaks into the second level. Gets out to about the 36 for gain of 6, and that'll bring up third down and 2.
Inside 35 to the 36. Pickup of 6 on that run. It'll bring up a third and 2 for the Knights.
Nice run by Payne there. Starting to get a little more yardage. Knights need to establish the running game or else passing game won't be very effective.
Third and 2 for the Knights.
Falk gives it up the middle, and I don't think they got it. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play to the 37,
Payne on the carry.
but
Brought down
that'll
by
bring up
number
4th
85
down.
and number 2 for the Eagles.
4th and 1.
Short of a first
Pace
down.
wants to go for it, and they will. Lining up quickly are the Knights. Gunnar Falk under center. Give us to Payne. Payne, first down. Out to the 41. Bold move by the Knights, but it pays off and results in a first down.
I like what the Knights are doing here. Change of pace. We're going no huddle. Catch landmark off guard.
First and 10, Pace at their own 41.
Back to pass is Falk. Falk's looking over the middle. Too high for Mark Anthony Somerville.
Pass intended for Somerville over the middle. Falls incomplete. It'll be second and 10.
Second down and 10. As Anthony Trent comes onto the field for offense, we haven't seen much of that. Expect him to play a tight end role. So Gunnar under center. Payne is the lone setback.
Second and 10 for the Knights.
And a flag down. Might have been delay of
Flags on the
game.
play. And a delay of game against
So that'll
the Knights.
set him back 5 yards.
Back it up 5 yards. And it'll be second and 15 from the 36.
Now, not to jinx anything here, but the Knights have done a lot better with penalties so far in this half.
They have no holdings yet so far, but at the same time, they haven't had much luck on the ground either. Give us to Payne. Payne looking for a hole. Payne's got it. Back out to the 48, 49-yard line
49-yard line.
of
Bigger-
the
big gain
Eagles.
there.
13 yards on the gain, and that'll bring up third down and 2.
Stone on the stop for the Eagles. It'll be third and 2.
Gunner up to the line. Give us to Payne. Payne looking for a hole, and he is ripped down right at the line. Not sure if they'll give it to him.
Needed to get to the 49 for a first down. He's real close here with depending on the spot.
And they won't give it to him. But the Knights are lining up to go for it again, going quickly.
Snyder on the stop there for them. For the Eagles.
And there goes Gunner. Gunner sneaks it, and I think he got
Quarterback
enough.
sneak for the Knights.
And they'll say he did by a lot.
It looks like he got more than enough for another Knight first down.
I saw one line official look like he was short. The other said he was good. And let's see where they place it.
Should be plenty. From
Mark
up here,
down
it looks
at the
like,
48
That should be
yard
right.
yeah, no doubt, that's a first down.
That's a yard extra and a first down for the Knights.
Knights are looking to go quickly. They haven't moved the chains yet. So another 4th down conversion for Pace. Gunner back to pass. He's looking deep. He wants Trey. Oh! My bad. Pass was intended for
Pass
Tony
intended
Addison.
over there for number 15.
He had his hands on it, but he couldn't haul it
Just
in.
off his fingertips, incomplete. It'll be second and 10.
Nice throw by Gunner there. Put it on the spot. Just a tough catch to corral. Nick Asaph checking into the game.
Trey is the lone wideout on the left, trips to the right. Gunner in the shotgun again.
Falk in the shotgun for the Knights.
Give is to Payne, and Payne. Nice gain out to the 43-yard line. Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
43-yard line. Pick up of almost 5 yards. We call it 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
Well, with the way the Knights have been playing, this is 2 downs to get 5 yards.
Four wide receivers, 2 split out on either side. Gunner looking to pass. He wants Trey, and he's got him. 1st down, and Blunt spins away. Blunt inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Nice moves there on the first reception of the game for the junior. We didn't have that many big plays last week, but a nice catch there. And a 1st down for the Knights. Pace going quickly. Give us to Payne up the middle, and Payne out to the 16-yard line. Gain of 7, bring up 2nd and 3. Gain of 8, more like, brings up 2nd and 2. Gunner, oh, miscommunication. Gunner was trying to do a quick pass out to Trey, but it fell incomplete.
I'm a big fan of what the coaching staff of the Knights has done here. They've changed up the game plan entirely. They said, we're playing landmark style right now. That's what they were doing in the first quarter. Slow, monotonous, let's run the ball. Knights have said that we're going to go our style. Quick, up and down. We're not.
And with this package they have in right now, they have guys like Kyle Orr and Anthony Trim, both staples on the defensive line. So look for a lot of blocking, and that's what they'll have. They'll have nine linemen, or really, 7 linemen, 5 linemen, 2 tight ends, a fullback, and a running back, with only Trey out wide. Give us to Perryman now. Perryman to the edge. Keyshawn Perryman! Touchdown! Pace Academy Knights! Keyshawn Perryman takes it in from 12 yards out for a Pace. 15 yards out for a Pace Academy touchdown.
Look,
the freshman on the carry.
Look at that little freshman go. Found the hole and he just burst through it using that great speed of his. And he
nice change of pace. Nice change of pace there for the Knights, and nice result there.
8 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the half, and it's now 7-7-6.
Sloman on for the extra point to tie it up. Kick is up, and it is good by a mile. So your score now is Pace Academy 7, Landmark 7, with 8:17 remaining in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
We're back after that 15-yard touchdown by Keyshawn Perryman, the freshman, to tie it up here in the second quarter. Nice try by Knights to get into the end zone there. A couple of fourth down conversions. Now Sloman with the kick away. And it's a good one. It is into the end zone for a touchback. Sloman has been almost automatic this year on his touchbacks. Really done a nice job of putting the kickoff in the end zone. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they set up shop at the 20.
First and 10, landmark at their own 20.
Pitches to the left to Cobb. Cobb is swallowed up in the backfield for a loss. Philip Markwalter on the stop, number 33, the senior.
Philip Markwalter stops him for a loss of 2.
So 2nd down and 12 now as the clock ticks under 8 minutes in the second quarter.
And 12 coming up for the Eagles.
2nd down and 12. 4-man defensive line front for the Knights.
McGuire brings the Eagles set under center for this 2nd and 12 play.
Knights bring the heat. And it is bounced to the outside. Cobb almost had the first
Again, who gets out
as he gets out to the 28-yard line
9-yard line.
to bring up 3rd and about 1 or so, 3rd and 2. Nice run there. And that's the problem with the Knights right now is when they're bringing those cornerbacks on the blitz, they bring the cornerbacks, but the line opens up a hole in the middle and the running back scampers through. There's no one in that second level to kind of make that stop, which is what happened on the 86-yard run. You know, they kind of crashed the middle, a hole opened up, and then there's no one there.
And when the cornerback splits, that also takes away your outside presence. So in the event that gets through the hole and bounces to the outside, you know, that's a wide open lane, and it becomes a foot race.
3rd and short now. Big play here.
Third and 1 coming up for landmark. Ball at the 29.
QB sneak ahead, and he's got it. Looks like out to the 31.
McGuire, looks like they're going to spot him at the 31. That's enough for a first down.
So a gain of about 2. There is a Knights player down on the field. We'll take a quick break after this and bring you right back. So we're back now after the injured player was taken off. He is on his feet on the sideline, though, so that's a good sign. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 31-yard line. McGuire in the gun. Quarterback sweep out to the left, and he has some speed. Rumbles forward, close to the first.
Carries it out to the, looks like they're going to mark him at the
And that injured player, Deval Beatty, is back in the game. So a good sight there for Knights fans.
pretty close to a landmark first down.
You were talking about how McGuire, track star, he showed off that quickness right there on that sweep, just beating everybody to the spot. And Knights were just barely able to drag him down before he could turn that into a monster game.
So quick little shovel pass, and he is driven back by Philip Markwalter. Driven back, but they'll just give him a loss of maybe a couple inches on the play. Bring up 3rd and short again, and I wouldn't be surprised if the QB sneaked it again.
Wait, how is it 3rd and inches?
Forward progress, I think, where he caught the ball. It was right around the line.
That's generous.
And Pace jumped off sides, it looked like. We'll see what the call is. But it will be offsides.
Offsides penalty against the Knights. 5-yard mark off will be an automatic Eagle first down.
And first down again for the for the Eagles out to their own 46, so moving the ball pretty efficiently. McGuire gives up the middle, and back bounces off one tackler, Cobb did, but he's brought down after no gain. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Anthony Trin with the first hit there. And the running back did something very few people can do, which is shake off a tackle from the A-train.
Second and 10 for the Eagles.
2nd down and 10. Nice penetration. Stuck McGuire on the bootleg or chasing, and he is taken down at midfield. Nice job from McGuire to use that speed to get away from Kyle Orr, but only gets about 4 on the carry.
Great decision by McGuire there. Turn it outside and use his speed against the linebacker who just can't quite catch him.
And Kyle Orr he's fast, so I mean that says something that McGuire can outpace him on the edge.
Kyle was booking it around that corner. He was trying his hardest, but it's hard to beat a track star.
3rd down and 6. Big 3rd down for the Knights. Would love a stop here. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Gives up the middle, and he is tripped up for, was short of the first down after a gain of 2. That'll bring up 4th and 4, and a very interesting decision for the landmark Christian offense. Looks like they're keeping McGuire on the field.
Granted, he is their punter.
He is their punter, so this could mean anything. Could
Don't
be kicking
exactly
a field goal for all we know. I mean, kid does everything.
He's going to kick a, what would that be, a 65-yarder?
And they do line up to go for it. Knights have to be careful for the hard count here as the clock ticks under 3 minutes. And it'll be a timeout for, I think Pace called it. Pace Academy timeout.
Timeout Pace.
So the Knights will make Landmark rethink this one a bit. 4th down and 4 when we come back. 2:54 remaining in the half. So Landmark lines up to go for it on 4th and 4. They called a timeout after paces, so it was an extra long break. I formation. They might be just trying to get him to jump off sides. We'll see. And they moved. They flinched. And there's a flag, but it looks like he'll be short.
Flag on the play. Ferguson was on the carry.
And it'll be on Landmark. I don't know if they can decline this is the question.
On the first down, it was also a flag.
Looks like the Knights offense is taking the field.
Well, if it is a false start or delay of game, I mean, I don't think you're I think that's an automatic penalty. I don't think you can decline that because I don't think you can run a legal play before that. Refs are deliberating here. I mean, if you remember, if any Falcons fans are listening, you know, last year against the Lions, Matt Prater missed a field goal in London that would have won the game for the Lions, but a delay of game called it back, and then he nailed the ensuing one. So, I mean, you can't decline a false start penalty, but we'll see if they can here. I mean, there weren't any whistles before the play, which makes me think they might be able to decline it because everyone ran it like a normal play. The running back, actually, Ferguson, did flinch in the backfield, so that might have been a false start anyways, but
Going back to that Falcons-Lions game you were talking about, that's the one time I've ever seen a team win a game because of a penalty on their part.
and it looks like pace will decline. It was a illegal shift, and that is a decline. That is a declinable penalty. So that gives the Knights the ball in good territory. 2:48 to work with left in the half, and you'd love to see Pace get some points up on the board before the end of the break.
Yeah, Gunnar Falk got 3 minutes to go, about 50 or 54 yards. It can be done.
Well, even shorter than that just to get in Sloman range. The Laundry still on the field at the 38-yard line of the Eagles. And first down, Pace Academy.
There we go.
Ball goes over on downs as a result of the decline penalty. It'll be first and 10 Knights from their own 46.
A nice little flag toss there from ref to ref, showing some athletic ability. First down and 10 from their own 46. Gunnar Falk takes the snap. Looking at shotgun, got nowhere to go. Looking for Trey deep, or he's got Dion deep, and it's a reception. We'll see what they call this. And they'll call it a catch. I honestly thought he bobbled it a little bit on the way down. Ball might have hit the ground, but I think Landmark might have a case there. But
no, he caught it. The ref said he did.
Don't tell the refs.
25 yards on the pickup there.
I mean, we had a good angle at that. It looked like he might have had a little trouble pulling it in. And then he came down, ball towards the ground. He might have gotten his hands under it, but you know, you can't review that or anything. So
he caught it clearly because the ref said he did.
And the ref's word is law, so Knights are in business. A gain of 23 on the pitch and catch from Gunnar to Dion. Gunnar looking to throw again. Pressured, rolling out, and oh, dangerous pass. Was looking for Dion again, almost picked off.
Intended.
Second down and 10 now from the 31, and Connor, I think right now if I were Coach Johnson, I'd just be pounding the rock. Some success on the ground game. Plus, you want to take some of that 2:23 off the clock.
That's true. You don't want to leave too much time left for Landmark to come back on you. But, you know, you take 7 points over 3 any day of the week, so whichever way you can get them.
Gunner rolling out to the right, looking to pass. And he does have a receiver in Somerville. Somerville picks up the first down to the 19-yard line. And that clock keeps ticking.
Dragged it down inside the 20 to the 19.
Right around the 2-minute warning, or not the 2-minute warning, we're around 2 minutes. First and 10 for the Knights from the Eagles 19. Gunner quickly looks pass again. Oh! Off the hands of Trey Blunt. He might have scored on that.
If Trey gets his hands on anything, there's always that potential for it to go for a touchdown, no matter how close the defender is to him.
And that uncharacteristically just slipped right through the talented junior wideouts' mitts.
Second and 10 Knights from the 19-yard line.
Payne in the gun with Falk. Gunner, draw play, given to Payne. Evades a tackler, but can't evade the second one, only gets about 2. Out to the 17-yard line.
Can't evade all of them.
Third down and 8 for the Knights. 1:35 remaining. Gunner back to pass. Over the middle. Oh! Looks like he caught it. It went off the hands of Tony Addison, hit a landmark cornerback, hit the referee, and was pulled in by Mark Somerville. It hit a ref.
That's what you call that's the best catch I've seen in Pace Academy history.
And now they're calling it incomplete.
Oh, you can't do that.
He did catch it off of contact with a referee. I'm not sure that's necessarily allowed.
Referee's part of the game.
We'll see what they say. It looks like they might bring out the field goal unit.
Great focus by Mark Somerville, though, to keep his eyes on the ball and make that catch.
Certainly was a nice grab, if only it were legal.
Close to a Sports Center top 10 highlight there.
And it looks like that will bring up 4th down and 8. Pace lining up to go for it. I'm not really sure what the strategy is here, considering you've got an automatic field goal kicker on the sideline. Pace coaches are still confused. This is taking forever to determine. And now they're bringing on the field goal unit
Incomplete pass on the last play, bringing up
as they rule up an incomplete pass.
ball at 17.
This will be a,
Oh, no.
now they're bringing him back off the field.
Ooh.
And it looks like Pace will go for it on 4th and 8. With
I like this
1:25
aggressiveness.
remaining in the second quarter. Falk is in the shotgun.
4th and 8 for the Knights.
Rolling out to the left. Throws high, Deion Jackson. First down inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Throws a little high, great leaping grab by the junior wideout
Nice gamble on
for
fourth
a
down.
Pace first down. That was a huge gamble.
I'm loving the aggressiveness by the Pace coaches.
Pace made the most of it. I'm not sure you'd be saying that if that pass fell incomplete. But a first down now. For first and 1 minute 14 seconds left in the quarter. First and goal from the 6. Give us up the middle to Payne. Payne, touchdown! Pace Academy Knights. Jordan Payne takes it in from 6 yards out, and the Knights lead 13-7. 1 minute 7 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
I'm loving the play call right there. Change it up. Pass it down the field. Let's run it out inside the 10-yard line. See if they can stop it. They can't. Put 6 points on the board for the Knights.
Summon on for the extra point.
Slowing on for the extra point. Spot kick.
Kick is up and good. So with 1 minute 7 seconds remaining in your first half, your scores: Pace Academy 14, Landmark Christian 7. We'll be right back after this. And we are back. Pace leads for the first time tonight, 14-7. Sloman will kick it away. 1 minute 7 seconds remaining in your first half. Kick is a good one, and that is demolished. Touchback.
Surprise, surprise.
Attaboy Sloman.
So Landmark will set up on the 20. They have to go 80 yards in 1 minute 7
Landmark
to tie it for the half.
Landmark currently being led by McGuire. The quarterback, the kicker, the punter, does everything except drive the team bus.
I heard some days he's actually the head coach too at Landmark practice.
I mean, he could just do it all.
He's also the head athletic trainer over at Landmark over in Fairburn, Georgia.
But can he drive 80 yards in a minute and 7 seconds?
I'm not sure if anyone can against this defense. And a timeout. Landmark, looks like. So Landmark burns Pace. Pace does take the timeout. I thought it was Pace, but the ref signaled the wrong direction. So minute 6 remaining now. I think that'll be amended to 1 minute 7 still as Pace takes their final timeout of the half. We'll take a timeout too. bring you the last minute after this. So after that pace timeout, landmark ball, 1st and 10.
First and 10, Eagles.
McGuire takes the snap, play action, being pressured, picked off! Trey Blunt on the interception, and he is tripped up inside the 25-yard line. McGuire tried to thread a bullet to the slot receiver on a 9 route. Blunt just wait there, picked it right off, and took it back.
Talk about changing the whole complexion of a few minutes. We're sitting here trying to figure out how is Landmark going to make it down at minute 5. Throwing a pick on your first play, letting pace set up at your own 23.
And now they can punch it in for 7 more. 21-7 in the locker room, get the
14
ball in the second half. And you know, the funny thing is, Coach Johnson just came down from the press box, assuming his offense had run his last play of the first half, but not anymore. It goes deep for Trey. Almost gets it. Trey ran into the cornerback. I think that could have been pass interference on either of them. Trey just ran into him.
That, my guess is on that one, the ref is thinking of the technicality where it's not pass interference if your head is up looking at the ball. And in that case, both of them were.
They just kind of ran into each other. They almost seemed surprised. Trey still almost pulled it in.
That would have been a Sports Center catch right there.
So 2nd down and 10, 50 seconds left. Quick out to Trey. He spins away from the defender, and he is out to the 10-yard line. That's a first as the clock stops for the 1st down. Looks like it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. Gunner takes the snap back to pass. Now he'll roll out, looking for a man. He can run to the corner. Gunner's gonna take it. Gunner Funk dives for the pylon. Touchdown! Pace Academy Knights! Gunner Funk scores his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season, and Pace leads 20-7. Gunner couldn't find his receiver there. There was a whole heck of a lot of space to the right. Rolled out, tried to direct his receiver, and then it was a foot race to the pylon. Gunner diving for the near post, and he got it.
What a play right there. Gunner Falk extending the play. And he says, you know what? I'm going to call my own number. Let's just get this touchdown.
Coach Johnson having a serious word with Gunner on the sideline there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Kick is good by Sloman with 31 seconds left. Coach Johnson didn't look too happy that Gunner took that one. Put himself in harm's way a little bit there with that head-first slide, but I respect it. It was gutsy, and it got the Knights 6 points.
Sure can't argue with the results.
So with 31 seconds left now, the complexion of this game has completely changed. Pace now leading by 2 scores, and will get the ball to start the second half.
Time for someone to put another one through the end zone. Now, if you're McGuire on this next play, the one thing you cannot do is throw an interception.
I honestly, if I were Landmark, I might just head into the half down the points. I don't think they're gonna, especially if this is a touchback. I don't think they're gonna be getting any points in 30 seconds.
We can still hope.
Sloman on the kick away from the Knights. Blunt back deep to receive for the Eagles.
Sloman's kick is an onside kick. Oh! And the Landmark cover guy got it. He was flattened. It looked like Mark Somerville hit him.
Recovered by the Eagles
Very,
at the 45-yard
I guess cheeky is the word to describe it. Onside kick attempt, up 14 with 30 seconds left in the half. And it was weird, right before that, I was thinking back to Sean Payton's onside kick against the Colts in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. I don't know why, it just looked like Sloman might try something, and out of nowhere they did. That's shocking, but also questionable, because now Landmarks only has to go 55 yards in 29 seconds. As they pitch it out to the left, finds the hole, into pace territory now. Looks like it'll be short of the first.
Depends on how much interest here Landmark has is putting some more points up on the board. With 22 seconds left on Pace's 45-yard line, that seems like a good chance to sneak in a couple more points.
I'm not sure why they did that. I don't think Landmark would have gone that far had they started their own 20, but the Knights basically gave them 25 yards, and now I mean, they have the ball at the pace 45, and the chances of McGuire field goal try are ever increasing. So Landmark takes their second time out of the half. 22 seconds remaining in the half, and it'll be 1st and 10 for them at the pace 45 when we come back. McGuire in the gun now. Rolls out to his right. Looking deep, and he's got his man.
Ooh.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line of the Knights. 16 seconds left as the clock stops.
32-yard line. Pick up 13 on the play.
13-yard gain. And
Got to keep them out.
the Eagles are driving into field goal range.
Have to keep Landmark away from the outside. Can't let them get out of bounds like that.
Landmark still has one timeout in their back pocket as McGuire lines up in the gun. Rolls out to his left. Looking deep, he's got his man.
Wow.
And that's a touchdown for Landmark. 32-yard pitch and catch on the double slant and go route. And that makes it pace 21, Landmark 13 with 9 seconds remaining in the half.
So, right when we thought we were done with the half, it's going to be 14-7. We're going into halftime, minute and a half left. And all of a sudden, we have a 21-13, maybe 14 game here.
Well, I'm baffled by that onside kick. The Knights had all the momentum. Just sail it into the end zone and, take your 14-point lead into halftime. But they tried the onside kick, and now it's a one-score game again. I don't agree with that call.
9 seconds to go in the first half. And your score.
And not only does that make the score closer, But now it gives Landmark momentum, and Pace had all the momentum, scoring 21 unanswered till that point. I'm baffled by that call.
I understand Slade's logic, though. Ever since that one touchdown, Landmark hasn't really been able to move the ball that effectively against Pace. So he said 30 seconds left against a running offense. I'll take my chances if we give him the ball at the 45.
That also means you have a solid 14-point lead going into half. If you
His
keep
game,
going.
I think he was gambling that he wouldn't give up 55 yards in 30 seconds.
And, I mean, they did. I mean, Landmark's had success through the air tonight, so.
That's the game you play.
McGuire back to kick it off.
McGuire to get it away for Landmark. Kane and Jackson back deep to receive for the Knights.
McGuire's kick is away. It's a deep one, and that'll just sail into the end zone for a touchback.
McGuire puts it in the end zone for a touchback.
So Pace will start from their 20, and I
Knights will
just
have it
expect a
first and
kneel.
10 at their own 20. 9 seconds to go in the half.
And Gunner will just take a knee to end the half. And certainly a tumultuous last 2 minutes as Falk kneels down. And we'll go into halftime. Your score, Pace 21, Landmark 14. Stay tuned for the second half after this quick break.
Hello.
And we're back for the second half of action for Pace versus Landmark Christian. Pace leads 21-14 after 24 minutes. A Gunnar Falk and Jordan Payne rushing touchdowns along with a touchdown reception. No, touchdown rushes by Jordan Payne, Gunnar Falk, and Keyshawn Perryman as the kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. So the Knights will start on their 20. Again, they kicked an onside kick with 30 seconds left in the first half, up by 14. Landmark recovered and went 55 yards for the score.
A questionable call, to say the least.
Certainly had guts, certainly tried to keep the momentum going, but it backfired in a little bit in the coach's faces, unfortunately, as Landmark scored a touchdown. Gunnar Falk rolling out now. Looking to pass. He has no one to pass to, so he just runs it out of bounds.
Not sure there was really much of a pass play. I think it was a QB rollout. And Gunnar just had do a little fake.
And on that onside kick, one more note. Not saying it was a bad call by the coaches. It was just debatable and didn't turn out well for the Knights. But, I mean, had they gone, it would have been an excellent, excellent call by any means. As Jordan Payne gets out to the 31 and picks up a first down. Payne on the carry, gets a gain of 2. Give is up the middle to Payne. He rumbles out to the 34-yard line, 35. That brings up 3rd and 6. Quick screen out to Blunt. He has a man to beat, and he takes his time and is gang tackled after 2 yards. Now we got 4th and 4, and the Knights will be forced to punt on their opening series.
Trey Blunt, they took too long with that play to make a move. One-on-one, he just has to go outside and take it, see how far he gets.
So Sloman back to punt now. Ferguson standing at his own 25-yard line. Low snap for Sloman, but he gets it off. It's a high one. And another good bounce for the Knights. It is down at the 26-yard line of the Eagles. So that's where Landmark will start their first possession of the second half, trailing by 7 points.
Sloman hasn't exactly had the best snaps to him on punts tonight.
He is not, for sure, but he has done a nice job of handling them and keeping a cool head and getting the punts off. Give is up the middle to Ferguson. He is wrestled down at the 38 after a gain of about 8. Brings up 2nd down and 2. And it's a quarterback sneak by McGuire. They have more than enough. So they get out to the 41-yard line.
McGuire just driving them legs, pushing behind his offensive line. Gets about 4.
So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Eagles. Driven back, the ball carrier. They'll give him 3 yards on the play, 2 on the grounds of forward progress. Snap taken, give is up the middle, and maybe 1 on the play. They'll give him 2 though, so he gets out to the 46, but that'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Nice team tackling there, led by Philip Markwalter, able to get a hand on the running back and just keep him from getting any additional yards until other Knights were able to help bring him to the ground.
Bring up 3rd and 5, just a tick under 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass, has his man, and it's pulled in. I don't know if he got the first, that's gonna be close. Just kind of threw it up there, did McGuire, and his receiver came in on the out route.
I think it's a bit short.
So we'll have to see if Landmark goes for it. I'd imagine they just try to sneak it again. And they have it on the sneak. Gain of 3 on the play. So they'll say he got a first. Out to the pace 47-yard line, gain of 2 on the run. Landmark draining some clock here. They move into pace territory. Back to pass. Out route, but the receiver almost falls down. They'll say he was down. I don't know if his knee touched, but Knights certainly take it. Loss of 2 on the play. And nice defense out there by Jordan Payne.
That's a real close call there with that knee sliding. Could have gone either way. But hard to throw a pass like that and still lose 2 yards. Trying to make a cut back to the middle.
So 2nd and 12. McGuire back to pass. He's going deep, and both players have it. They'll say it was a catch. Wow, both Tony Addison and the receiver Toomer came down with the ball, but they'll give it to the receiver. I guess a tie goes to the offense.
First things first, that was a fantastic catch by both of them.
1st down and 10 from the pace 29-yard line now. And Nice run defense by Pace. Loss on the play as the ball carrier was stacked up in the backfield. So 2nd and 11 now. So timeout Landmark. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Your score is still Pace 21, Landmark 14. We'll be right back after this break. So after the Landmark timeout, 2nd and 11 for the Eagles. Quarterback sneak for McGuire. He's got a big gain. He got 5 or 6 on this. Out to the 25-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and medium. Toomer, the main Landmark receiver, is back on the field now after he limped off a little bit a couple plays ago. So 3rd and a long 5 now.
Never seen a QB sneak so prevalent in an offense.
And the give is up the middle, and he is stuffed. Driven back after a gain of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Looks to be a 4th and 4 or so. We'll see what Landmark chooses to do. There's a very good chance they might go for it.
Tim Coleman looked like he was leading the charge on that tackle.
And they will go for it. So Stockton McGuire back to the huddle. 3.5 minutes remaining. Pace is up 7 points. But now they face a 4th and 4 from their own 23-yard line. McGuire will line up under center. He's got 3 wide receivers and a tailback. Trying the hard count. Give is up the middle, and he is stuffed. He's nowhere close. Great stand by the Pace Academy defense, and the ball will go back to the Knights.
Great physicality on the front line there. Landmark have been driving the ball pretty well so far on this drive, and Knights said on 4th and 4, our time to get a stop.
So Pace will start from their own 23. Landmark bled a lot of the clock on that drive. Now only 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Leonard takes the snap. It's a little low. Give is to Payne. And Payne rumbles forward for a gain of 4 out to the 27-yard line. So 2nd down and 6 for the Knights. 4 wideouts, another low snap. Gunner's gonna run it. Gunner Falk to the outside, and he will just go out of bounds at about the 38. Picks up the first. Nice run by Gunner there. Showed his speed, but then showed the awareness to get out of bounds.
Great burst of speed there. Made a quick decision. Very decisive there. Looked down very quickly. Split-second decision. Nobody's open. I'm just going to take this myself.
He didn't sit around in the backfield and try to wait for someone to get open. He just went, and I think that was a nice read by Gunner. Screen pass now. Somerville has it. Somerville to the outside. Mark Anthony Somerville out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 1. And in stark contrast to the Landmark style, Pace is really going hurry up here, trying to catch the defense off guard. Looking to pass. He's got lots of time. And throws it. Oh! It is hit off the hands of Jordan Payne and hauled in by Trey Blunt. Is that legal?
The tip drill.
I guess so. I didn't know that was legal. I don't know if you could have caught a pass forward.
That's a design play right there.
After going off their hands, but hey, Pace will take it. They snap the ball, give it to Perryman, and he is stacked up at the line, although he drives the pile for another yard. Nice determination by the line there to get it out to the 34-yard line.
Keyshawn Perryman, a smaller back to say the least, showing a lot of power on that last run. I'm not sure Gunner realizes that you can just throw it to the receiver. He doesn't have to tip it up. Fake. Gunner takes it himself. He had some room. And he takes it down to the 16-yard line on the QB keeper.
Nice running by the sophomore quarterback. Gets into the red zone. 1st and 10. Pace nice from the Landmark 16-yard line. 1:10 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Gunner showing off his skills with both his arm and his leg on this drive. As the clock ticks under a minute remaining in the 3rd. Oh, Gunner pitched it. And now he's going deep.
Oh.
So Gunner pitched it to Keyshawn Perryman and went behind Perryman, but the good blocking by the nice offensive line allowed Gunner time to pick it up and throw the ball. Trey Blunt was wide open. Gunner threw it out of bounds.
Gunner rushed the throw there.
That would have been some heck of a designed play for sure.
I can imagine Coach Johnson in the booth to our left over here. His reaction. That would have been the greatest improvisation on a play ever.
It would have been nice for sure. So Knights are lined up in a heavy set, only one wide out. Gibbs to Payne, and Payne is tripped up by a wave of his own blockers. Out to the 15-yard line, gain of 1. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8. The Knights can just bleed this 3rd quarter clock out, though, and that's might be what they do.
Going back to that Gunner play right there. He was also a smart play in the fact that it prevented them from losing 10 yards on the play. Instead we're going to just chuck it up and take the loss down.
For sure. I mean, the presence of mind to know you have time to calmly pick it up and throw it out of bounds was definitely a good play. So your score at the end of 3 with Pace driving and threatening in the red zone is Pace 21, Landmark 14. Catch the exciting 4th quarter to this dramatic game right after this. So now it's the crunch time for both teams, the fourth quarter. 12 minutes remaining. Only one team will come out the victor. Pace up 7 and driving. They've got a 3rd and 8 now from the landmark 15-yard line. Gunner under center. Takes the snap, play action. He's rolling out. He's got room to run if he wants it. And he throws incomplete. Was intended for Mark Somerville. I thought he might take off there. But the pass is incomplete. And on this 4th and 8, Pace will kick the field goal as they look to go up by 2 scores.
Very important here to go up by 2 scores. I mean, in the 4th quarter, prevent Landmark from being just 1 score away from sending this to overtime.
So Pace will line up from the left hash mark. Looks like it'll be a 32-yard attempt for the senior Samuel Sloman. Snap is low, kick is up, and it is good. Another low snap, but Justin Raymond, the holder, did an excellent job of corralling it and getting it down, and Sloman is automatic. Your score, with 11:49 remaining in the 4th quarter, Pace 24, Landmark 14. We'll be right back after this quick break. After his 32-yard field goal, Samuel Sloman is back to kick it away. Pace up 10 now, 24-14.
And the Pace Academy student section is fired up.
The kick is away, and it is another touchback. So Landmark will start at their own 20, have 11:49 to come back from a 10-point deficit.
Pace knows they surely can't relax yet.
And they definitely have to watch out for the pass. They've done a good job of containing the running game so far tonight, but except for that one 86-yard touchdown run. But other than that, I mean, it's really been the pass that's hurt them. That's how they scored their 2nd touchdown, and that's how they've really been getting a lot of their yards. So Stockton McGuire, the senior, sets up in the gun. Looking for his man. There's across the field, and did he complete that?
Wow.
They're saying it's a catch. Good defense by Deion Jackson, but an incredible catch by number 2, Hayes, the senior wideout.
You can't defend that any better than how Deion Jackson did.
You can't, and they called for it to hit the ground. I don't think any of the refs had a great angle at it, as the gain of is 21 on the play. And now Landmark will have 1st and 10 from their own 41. McGuire rolls out to his right, throws it back, and no one in the area. That's a flag. That might be grounding, because he threw it at a couple of linemen. There was no one there, and he was still in the pocket.
We got a ref telling Pace Academy coach to step back a little bit.
They did get a penalty last game against OLM for straying on the field just a tad too much.
Refs convening to determine whether or not it was intentional grounding.
just across town now. A big game between a couple of Atlanta prep schools, Lovett and Marist. Marist is currently leading 16-15, so a very close game there over at Lovett. So it looks like it'll be offsetting penalties on both teams. Not really sure on who, but I think it'll bring up. I think they'll replay first down. It looks like. No, they'll change it to second down.
And the whistles blow yet again.
A lot of referee discussion here.
The offsetting penalties, as long as no play, you can play first down, first and 10, landmark, and they're on 41.
Play action.
Going out, and he cannot find his man, number 13, Stone, but there is a flag down. 11 minutes, 11 seconds left in this game. Holding on the defense. Whew.
Not sure about that one.
So that gives Landmark a couple more yards. That'll give him 10. Give him a first down into Pace territory at the 47-yard line of the Knights. Pace fans, make sure you tune in next week as the Knights take on White County here from Walsh Field next Friday night. They lost to White County last year, but are looking for some redemption this year. So tune in, 7:30, and we'll have you covered. If you can't tune in, follow us at Nightflix on Twitter for live updates. Give is up the middle, and he is taken down in the backfield. You know who the first man there was, the A-Train Anthony Trent. Nice stop there for a loss in the backfield. Justin Morris also got in on that tackle.
Interesting personnel change. Looks like at nose tackle we have the one of the members of the offensive line, Philip Elliott, the senior. Don't see him play defense very much.
Yeah, he's been getting some good reps D-tackle today. Usually they have one of their offensive linemen playing that D-tackle spot next to Train, though, whether it's Easy Elliott or Andrew Thomas or Timothy Coleman. So McGuire throws over the middle.
Wow.
Wide open is Toomer, and he will go for 6. He was wide open, and Landmark scores to make it 24-20.
That was a quick score for them.
It really was. And that's very disconcerting about the lack of coverage. He's been the only guy who's really been their constant receiver today, and there was no one around him. Number 26, King, is on for the point after.
Take us up.
And it is good. So your score with 10-17 remaining in the game. They're saying no good. I didn't see what happened, but
It looks fine to me.
I guess they missed it. So it's 24-20, and that is huge. They can't kick a field goal to tie it anymore, and Pace can kick a field goal to go back up by 7.
Big mistake there from Landmark on what should be just a fairly routine play.
Landmark lines up to kick it away. McGuire will do the honors. Knights have players spread out all over the field, anticipating a pooch kick. Perryman and Blunt are the receivers deep. Line drive squib kick. It is fielded by Blunt at the 10. Trey Blunt. Trey Blunt! Trey Blunt! To the 50! To the 40! Pushed out of bounds at the 35! Trey Blunt with a big return! Ooh. Takes it 55 yards into landmark territory. Big return by the junior.
Like a sprinter on the field, just finding the gap and nobody can catch him. And the Knights set up with great field position on the landmark 35 with a chance to go up by possibly more than one score.
And the Knights just have to pound the rock here, in my opinion, really run the ball, bleed that clock, and then get into the end zone. Gunner will take it now on the read option. Gunner, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Oh, big hit out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Gunner calling to hurry it up. He tried to juke the guy instead of going straight for the pylon, and he got hit pretty hard out of bounds, but he's ready to go. Big run there of 33 yards for the sophomore. Under 10 minutes remaining now in the game. Pace tries to punch it in from 2 yards out. As Gunner will have to untangle this pile. We'll see what they say.
Somebody just chucked the football back.
And I think they'll call him down just short. Very close though.
Line it up, do it again. Same play. Oh.
The give is to Jackson. Touchdown Knights! Their 4th running touchdown of the night by their 4th different player. Jackson, Falk, Payne, and Perriman all have rushing touchdowns. And the Knights lead again, 30-20. That's a big Knights drive there. You know, if they had gone 3 and out on that drive, given the ball back to Landmark, only up 4, it would have been a tough, put their defense under a lot of pressure. Now, punching in that touchdown quickly, it puts the Landmark offense on their heels and puts some pressure on them to respond.
Exactly.
Sloman will attempt the point after. Snap, kick is good. So Sloman nails it through, and Pace leads 31-20 with 9:30 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Now,
by the way, Marist has taken down Lovett 16-15 over at Lovett. Lovett's 2nd straight tough loss in a row. They lost by 3 to arch rival Westminster last week. So it's a tough 0-3 start to the season for the Lovett Lions.
now I know, Joe, you were saying how we wanted to milk the clock on the last drive, but I think a touchdown supersedes that any day of the week.
I mean, that is the ultimate goal. Just punch it in any way you can. But yeah, I'll take a touchdown there. That's good. So Sloman will be set to kick off again. Pace scores just 47 seconds after Landmark scored a touchdown. So far, we've had 7 total touchdowns scored tonight, but 6 of them have been on the ground. The last Landmark touchdown, the only one through the air. Coming into this game, Coach Johnson, he wanted to run the ball. He really wanted to pound the rock on the ground, and the 4 rushing touchdowns are evidence of that. As Sloman kicks it away, it is a good one, and it is into the end zone again. Mr. Automatic, Samuel Sloman, makes Landmark start at the 20.
And the crowd roars. with the chance of the senior kicker, Sloman.
So Landmark begins at their 20. First down and 10. Again, Pace has to stop the pass on this drive. As it is play action, finds his receiver over the middle. He has a big gain. Still going out to the 42, a big gain of 22 yards. And Pace's secondary is just leaking right now. They can't stop anything that Landmark is throwing at them.
Problem with that play was not the fact that he got open. It's 2 missed tackles after the fact. Can't succeed if you're missing tackles with that frequency.
And a timeout for Pace. That'll be their first of the half. We'll take a quick break with the Knights. And with 9:21 remaining in the fourth quarter, your score is Pace 31, Landmark 20. So Landmark, first and 10 at the 42. Give is up the middle. And a nice gain out to the 49-yard line of the Knights. Second down and 1 now. The Knights defense has to buckle down. They can't go into a mode where they're just trying to stall the inevitable touchdown. They have to continue to buckle down and try to get a 3 and out. Second down and one. Second down and one. We're at 9 minutes remaining now. Give us up the middle. And a nice tackle by Phil Walter. That's going to be close. I think he might have gotten it.
That's one heck of an arm tackle.
They will move the chains out to the 48-yard line. Only a gain of 1 though. That clock keeps on ticking. Play action. Looking deep. There's a flag on the play in the secondary. Not sure what they're going to call this. I guess they're going to call this a catch. Looked like it might have hit the ground. Another bullet pass low for McGuire. But again, a flag on the play in the secondary. And I think this might be on Pace.
Questions for what?
Ball marked down at the 38-yard line. 8 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. Refs still deliberating at the 40-yard line. There'll be pass interference on the defense.
That's a tough call to take.
And are they marking this off 15 yards from the end of the catch? I don't know
Wait.
if you're allowed to do that.
15 yards.
Well, from the end of the catch. This is what amazes me. They gave him the catch, and they gave him the 15 yards.
I still don't understand where the flag was to begin with.
I'm not sure. So they got 25 yards in total, as Landmark now has the ball at the pace 23-yard line. Play action. Kyle Orr coming, and they throw the screen, and he's got blockers out in front. He is taken down at the 14-yard line. Bring up second and 1 after a gain of 9 from Ferguson. Again, that just baffles me. I don't know how they got 25 yards off that one penalty, but
We need this clock to start ticking a little faster.
under 8 minutes now, 7:50 left. Rolling out to his right. Looking for the corner and incomplete. Nice coverage on the play by the senior Mick Asaf. 7.5 minutes is where the clock stops. It'll be 3rd and 1. Guar lines up under center. It's a pitch to the left. It's a first down, but he's tackled inbounds at the 11-yard line. And it will be a first.
At least the Knights are making it a bit slower than it was at the beginning of the drive.
First down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Play action, and he's sacked! Kyle Orr, the senior, got all over McGuire. The shark off the edge brings down the senior quarterback for a loss of 7.
Wow, that blitz was so perfect. It was like a pack of wolves chasing after the quarterback. I saw Orr, I saw Mark Walter, I saw Trin all ready to get there. But
Kyle Orr was the alpha wolf on that one, chasing down the prey. 2nd and 16 now, 6.5 minutes remaining. Keeper up the middle, he's brought down for a loss. Back to the 20-yard line, and that clock keeps on ticking. 3rd and 19 for Landmark. They're gonna have a tough time getting a first. They really need to get into the end zone for a first, as the clock ticks down to 6 minutes. And I think this is 4-down territory unless you want to kick a field goal and then try to get a touchdown into 2. But having watched this game, I feel like it's 4-down territory as the clock ticks under 6 minutes.
And the crowd is getting into it.
Just no big pass plays here, Connor, as McGuire drops back. Looking for his man. Throws it short. Oh, and he makes a man miss. Ferguson, he's tackled. Back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up 4th down and 10. 5.5 minutes remaining.
Now, do you trust the kicker who just missed an extra point?
It would be a 28-yard field. No, wait.
Yeah, about 28 yards, you're right.
28-yard field goal. As the clock ticks towards 5 minutes. Got to watch for the fake. As the refs blow it dead. The clock's still running, though, so that's good.
Tick, tick, tick. Nobody
Now
needs to
they
worry
start
about
it.
it.
Under 5 minutes. This would make it an 8-point game, although the pace has to watch for a fake. Kick is up, and it is no good. Oh, he hit it. My bad. I'm very bad at judging these.
Joe, you're giving
So
us
it is
all.
good. The 28-yard field goal for Landmark, and that makes it an 8-point game with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pace will get the ball right back after this. Back here from Walsh Field, 4:50 left in the game, pace up 8, 31-23. That extra point, well, the missed extra point by Landmark 2 touchdowns ago, well, a touchdown ago, looming large here.
Very large.
Landmark will kick off. You got to be careful about the onside kick,
Hayes looks
though
like they're anticipating that.
even though there's 4:50 remaining. Let's see what McGuire does. Don't know what McGuire's waiting for. And now they're ready to play. And the kick is a squib, and that might go out of bounds. We'll see. And it does at the 10-yard line. Flag on the play. That'll be for the kick going out of bounds. And that'll result in good field position for the Knights. You can't really argue against that.
That's great composure by the back there. Make sure not to panic and try to jump on it or anything like that. Just let it roll out of bounds. You got plenty of time. And
So the flag is on the sideline. There's also a flag on the far side of the field, right about the 32-yard line. We'll see if that's for anything separate.
not sure what that could even be about. He just kicked it out. How do you think Slade would feel if this is a holding?
I don't think Slade would be very happy if I were him.
Let's see, what do we got? So we got the illegal kick out of bounds. Doesn't even know the call yet. Not exactly sure what the call was. I think they said block in the back. Not exactly.
So it's a dead ball personal foul against the Knights.
Really don't understand the logic behind that one.
So moving it back to the 15, I guess you get the ball if you kick it out of bounds at the 30.
The ball went out of bounds. I'm not sure what Pace could have had the capability to do to get a personal foul.
The refs have certainly made some questionable calls today.
And taking their time doing it.
Wow, this
Pace Academy coaches have to be real careful here because they've been known to argue some of these calls. And last thing we need is another personal foul for arguing. But their frustration is definitely understandable.
So now they should mark it off. Now it's at the 20-yard line, so a gain of 5 there for the Knights. So give is to Payne. Payne making some moves, and he gets out to the 30 or 29-yard line. He'll be just shy of the first. Nice run there by Payne on first down. And they can just let that clock go, you know, just run it down, drain everything they can out of it.
Only 4.5 minutes left. Couple more first downs, and
They will call it a first down.
don't let the Eagles even have the ball back. Never let them see it again.
And Payne's got a hole.
Ooh.
Dragged down by his jersey. There's a flag. Hopefully this isn't holding. As he gets out to the 39. Clock just under 4 minutes at 3:59 remaining.
I would love to hear the reactions from the Pace crowd if this happened to be on Pace.
And if this was a holding, it'd be just absolutely detrimental to Pace.
And the crowd would respond. We can hear some of them right now.
And it is holding on Pace.
Look at that.
So that'll be 1st and 14. So not the worst of holding penalties, but still bad. It would have been 2nd and 1.
You happen to remember earlier when I was saying Pace has done a good job not having penalties called on them? Well, I jinxed it.
Quick screen out to Blunt. Blunt's got to make a couple men miss. And he
Let's
does!
go.
Blunt is off to the races! 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Pace Academy Knights! Trey Blunt takes the screen, 74 yards for the score! And Pace leads 37-23. The electrifying junior takes it to the house. They've been trying to do that all night, Connor. Throw it out to Trey, have him make a man miss. And that was the first time he really did. No outside help on the side, and that safety can't catch up to him. He was gone.
That image of the back of Trey Blunt's jersey will just be etched into their memory for the rest of this game.
Sloman's kick is good. And that makes it 38-23 Pace. With 3:47 left in the ball game, Pace leads 38-23. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this. And we're back. Sloman set to kick off after that Trey Blunt 76-yard touchdown catch. Man, that kid is something special. I mean, you give him a inch of daylight and he is off to the races.
And the ref has an issue with something.
Sloman sets the kickoff again. And it is into the end zone for another touchback. Pace has hung a season-high 38 points on Landmark tonight. Previous high was 34 last week. Pace scoring on a Sloman field goal. Touchdown runs by Gunnar Falk, Keyshawn Perryman, Jordan Payne, and Deion Jackson. And then that electric 76-yard punt reception, I guess, by Trey Blunt.
Well, it wasn't so. It was more like an extended run. That screen pass was more of like a
That's
longer
just free
handoff.
yardage for Gunner's stats. Back to passes McGuire, being chased, and he'll run it now. He'll get out of bounds after a gain of 3. And, you know, that makes it 6 different players who have scored 6 different scores for the Knights. Sloman, Falk, Blunt, Jackson, Perryman, and Payne. So really nice all-around offensive work by the Knights.
Spreading the love on offense.
Getting everyone their fill, for sure. 3:39 left in the game. Snap to goes to McGuire. He's rolling out to the right, and he's got outside the edge. He throws it, though, and a nice reception. I thought he was going to run that. But he gets it out to the 37-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily as they reset the chains. Landmark does need to go. They are down 15. So clock starts again under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. McGuire in the gun. And he throws just out of the reach of number 5.
Pace starting to catch on to those out routes.
Number 5, Padden, was the intended receiver. So 2nd down and 10. Pass rush coming. McGuire lets it go. And that is way over everyone's heads. Number 39, sophomore Scott Levin was on the coverage, along with number 1, Trey Blunt. Blunt covered Blunt on that one.
I'd say Pace is about 2 stops away from clinching this one.
3rd down and 10 for Landmark. Under 3 minutes now, 2:56 remaining. With a win, Pace would improve to 3-0 in the regular season. Landmark would drop to 2-1. Rolling out to the right, running the option. Now McGuire's going to use his speed. Oh, and he is leveled by Jordan Payne. Coach Slade is all over him. Payne gets him off him, and there's a flag.
Oh, we got a personal foul.
Two
we
flags.
got 2 of them.
These might both be on Pace. I don't think Slade should have gotten on
What
the
on
field.
earth are they?
And
Those are personal fouls.
although Payne rocked him. Nice hit by the junior.
Coach Slade trying to get his player up from after making a great hit. That's not a personal foul. And then they threw another personal foul for the Pace coaches being disgusted with the first one.
Refs discussing now, as is their tendency.
At this rate, this football game is going to be followed by the 5 a.m. news. There's one penalty. I think they're only calling one.
And that is on pace. So that'll take it into Knights territory at the 43-yard line. Rolling out, Train's chasing, and he fires complete.
Ooh.
But a nice hit by Deion Jackson. Make sure he can't get the first.
Cornerbacks are starting to lay down some hits, right? We saw Jordan Payne just then. Dion laying something. We saw Mark Somerville earlier.
Number 2, Hayes on the catch. Knocked out of bounds. Picked up 7, 2nd and 3. 2:25 left. Pace up 15 points. Gives up the middle. And he picks up the first. But not much more out to the 30-yard line. Clock will stop as they move the chains. Andrew Thomas into the game now.
2 minutes away. Except timeout.
And the timeout will be called by Pace. So 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Pace with a 38-23 lead. Dwyer now takes the snap, gives up the middle to Ferguson. Ferguson gets the first before he's knocked out of bounds.
Ferguson on the carry for Landmark. Gets it down inside the 20. Probably looks like they mark just short of Landmark's first down.
Second and 1 for McGuire and the Eagles. Give us up the middle, and they get the first and more. Inside the 5. Down to the 3. Clock will stop as they move the chains. Still 150 left. McGuire sneaks it, but he doesn't get it. He stopped, and the clock will keep running. Under 45 now. Pyle has to untangle. And Landmark will take a timeout. Second timeout in the half. So when you come back, it'll be second and goal from the 2 for Landmark. 1:41 remaining.
And we are back with 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Second and goal on the 2-yard line for Landmark. They line it up quick pitch to the
Gives
outside.
to the left, and he didn't get it.
Stops again. Are we seeing another last-minute goal line stand by the Knights defense?
Oh, the guy wanted to get to OLM last week. It was much less meaningful then.
But yet, just as intense.
Landmark calls another timeout. There's a player down on the field, so we'll move away from that. Landmark did call their third and final timeout, so we'll bring it back after this. And we are back here at Walsh Field. The injured player has been taken off. It's third and goal from the 2. McGuire looks to pass. Oh, almost picked up by Jordan Payne, but instead caught for a touchdown by number 5, Patton. So that makes it a 38-29 game. We'll see what Landmark does here. I'd expect them just to kick it and try to get the an onside kick and 8 points, but we'll see what they do. Kick is good. So that makes it a 38-30 game with 1:25 remaining in the game. You would assume Landmark would now try an onside kick. We'll see what they do.
This is the play that gives the Knights pretty much a clinching play.
If Pace recovers this, it's game over. Pace wins, no questions asked. They don't have enough timeouts to stop the clock repeatedly. But if Landmark can recover this, then it is a whole different ballgame. Hey, Connor. And we're back. The onside kick try is here. Number 11 for Landmark. McLean to kick it off. And it's a line drive. Fallen on by Perriman. And that should clinch it for the Knights. It was a little squib kick. I'm surprised they didn't try a more direct onside. And it went through Deion Jackson's hands before the freshman Keyshawn Perriman fell on it. So nice job there by Perriman.
Nah, just nothing fancy here. Just knee it. Let's go home.
So 1st and 10 for Gunner, Falk, and the Knights. 1:25. Landmark does have one timeout. I'm not sure if they could stop the clock. I don't know if they could get the ball back if they did stop the clock, but. Give us to Jackson. Jackson is wrapped up after a gain of 1. Landmark calls a timeout, although the clock is still running. Stops at 1:14. So Landmark has burned all of their timeouts. I think Pace can run it down to about 20 seconds, not assuming the play time. So if you count the total amount of stoppages and you say each play runs for 5 seconds, they can really run it down to about 10.
Yep. 10, 15 seconds. That's enough time for a punt, maybe 1 or 2 plays. But just don't shoot yourself in the foot here. 2 hands on the football. Clean snaps. A lot of places where this can go wrong.
So 38-30, Pace leading, 1:14 remaining. Landmark is out of timeouts, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Knights. A 1st down would also clinch it. Looking for room. Ooh. He drives. Payne does out to the 38-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 2. Really about 3rd down and 1, my bad. And the play clock hasn't started yet. Now it does. So the Knights can run this down to about 22 seconds. So they should be able to kill it with a knee as soon as it gets under 25.
Exactly. Barring disaster, this should be a nice Knights victory.
They give it off again. Perryman is wrapped up and taken down, but he gets the 1st. Out to the 41-yard line, and the clock will run out. This game is over. Pace Academy defeats Landmark Christian for the first time in the last 4 years with a 38-30 win here at Walsh Field. It's a great win for the Knights. They improved to 3-0 on the year. Just a great all-around performance against a tough team. And you gotta love the way they competed tonight.
Exactly, great aggressive play calling, switching game plans in the middle of the 2nd quarter. Great all-around game, and it's time to celebrate.
So the Knights improved to 3-0 with the win. Take on White County next week. For Jack Wallace, Connor Pelletier, and myself, we'd like to wish you a good night, and go Knights.